So the background, this is a bit of informal webinar Q&A, but I hope everything is good. It's all gonna work out in the end. That's the way. Keep it positive. So the background, there you go. Pause, and we are live. That is working. Sound check. Yeah, sound is good. Okay, show more. Okay, right. 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to set up some few things on the left-hand side here. So go to channel, manage. Okay, I need to make that playlist. All right. Okay, cool. There you go. Got it. Gotcha. All right, guys. Hope you guys are. I hope if wherever you are checking in the world, God bless you. Thanks for taking all the time to invest in yourself, invest time to learn. I find out that people that often take the time to make the decision to look at opportunities like this, um, want to learn from people who have done what they are trying to do, always tend to succeed. And this webinar is going to help you make an informed decision whether online business is something for you, because there's no hype here, there's no strategy selling you anything. It's just telling you exactly from my own experience, having run a business online for the past 4 years. Pretty got some good results. People now reach out to ask questions, as in, how are you doing it? There's no there is strategy, don't get me wrong, there is strategy, but it's boils down to simplicity, taking action, and just keep going. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. So that's my mantra. I don't like I don't like overhype things for you. I'll tell you exactly what it is. So a little bit of disclaimer based on what we do in this training. If you probably this is your first time, thank you for joining us. And I would just like to do a little disclaimer so that we all know where we stand, because everything I share with you guys are absolutely what is working right now. It doesn't mean that they do change, but they do evolve. Like let me say, things do like upgrades on your phone. Things do upgrade online. Things if we're running a campaign a certain way, we always looking for ways to improve, and sometimes we tend to find better ways to improve the campaign. So what I share with you today might maybe in 6 months' time be completely not working. So it's important that you make up your mind that you are going to stick with this for the long run. So as things evolve, change, you follow and adapt. And that's how online, that's how business is. Nothing ever stays the same. So if you're like in for the short win, this training or webinar is probably not for you. So with that said, take the time to read the disclaimer on the screen. It's all simple, straightforward. No results are guaranteed, because someone did something and got some result. That's not a guarantee that if you do the same thing, you're going to get results. It's entirely down to your ability to learn and implement what you're learning. So that's always I believe that hard work with persistence will always get you the result that you're looking for. But it's important that you know that every action, you're responsible for every decision that you make. whether it's finances, whether it's however you run out your business, you are responsible. It's all down. That's what it comes down to. Because 10 people join the gym and somebody gets a six-pack up before joining, that doesn't mean that if another person goes there, he's gonna get down the same six-pack up. There's gonna be a lot of factors into it, like diet, workouts, the training, and the weight. Obviously, a lot of factors. The same thing with online business. Because certain person got the results, that's no guarantee you're gonna get it. But you just have to understand if you do exactly what they tell you to do, you are much more likely to get the results. Most people will not do exactly what they are told to do. Right. With that said, this is live Q&A. If this is your first time, um, we I try to give preference to people who are on the call or who are watching from YouTube right now. Let me just double check to make sure. Um, all right, so if there's any comments on YouTube, I will pick it up. There's none so far. We literally just started. So I will, I think Eric is on the call. Eric Nyehonika. Yahonika. If I butchered your name, forgive me. I think Eric will do. If you want to ask questions, just feel free to jump out. But if you want to use the chat button on the screen, feel free to use that. I'll read the question as we go along. So I'll just give you a couple of seconds to see. I can't wait to see your questions. So, right. This question is from, let's say, there's a lot of comments here. This keeps popping up. Amazing. Right. Mindset is everything. Well, well put. Limiting beliefs equals limited lifestyle. People want instant results. They are not ready for the process that gets you there. So could you please explain what you mean by the process of starting a business? What does the process really mean? I believe that's what he's trying to ask. So this one is from Leo. Um, it's what does because a lot of people okay, I'm just gonna try and explain this. This is not like a typical question we normally get. This is more like somebody looking for clarity. What is the process? Now, when I started my online business, or if you're looking to start a business online, we have to understand that sometimes we as a person need to develop some certain new skills. And with anything in life, learning a new skill, like learning a different language, it normally takes a little bit of time, provided the individual is committed to learning that language or and is dedicated to learning it. We can all learn something. So in the process, what I mean by the process, what is actually the process that transformed that person is the good thing about the training that I used was I did not say this. I want to be really honest with you. My head when I started was basically launch a business, learn how to sell products. If you spend $10, you get 15 back, you make 5% and $5 profit. That's it, you're in business, then you keep growing and scaling. Now, if you ask everybody that looks to start a business online, that would be their typical story. Let's just learn how to sell, show me how to sell the products. Now, this is the question that normally comes after that. If you knew that to sell a product online was to find products from Amazon or China or anywhere, or even if it's a service that you're offering, find it from anywhere, then slam it in front of the people that are interested in it, and they buy the product, and obviously you make your pay, you make your commission, or you make your sale. It's to be honest, that's how simple it is. But the question now is, We know that intellectually. Why are we not doing it? So that's where the rubber meets the road, like most people will say. It comes down to overcoming fear. Some people might say developing self-confidence. It depends on how you're looking at it. Most of us want to improve our lives, but we haven't got the confidence to do it. Because it's easy to say, invest in this product, do this. Can we make the decisions that backs up a business? Now, so the process for me was, when I got started, I was very lucky that the training that I used, they added personal development into it as part of the modules, which was in module 2, which was literally at the beginning. Now I got to like most people that start this whole online process, we all have this mindset of instant win, get rich fast, show me exactly what you need to do. But what happened to me basically was, we skip what is the important thing because we are running to go and catch the money somewhere. We're going to show me the product, then I can sell. Now, when I got to the point where there's product, there's website, there's everything is now working, Pascal now promotes the product. I couldn't. So I couldn't really connect with an audience. I couldn't really connect with customers online. So I went back to my mentor and I was asking him, everything is all set up. Why am I not getting the results? I think anybody that has experienced something, but they say in the beginning was the word. The moment you open your mouth and start speaking, they can probably read what's going on inside of you. So the truth is, to be able to make sale online, we have to be able to add value to the marketplace. If you're not prepared to add value, you will probably not be able to get the outcome that you want. Now, to add value to so many people, even to me when I started, I did not understand what that meant. It's basically taking care of customers. If you are in for the money, you will probably make money, but you will not build a business. So people that tend to stay long and last long are companies that tend to look after their customers very well, because there are three things that you need to understand, 3 points of making sale. One is the one-time payments, recurring payments, and high tickets payment. So one-time payment might be, let's say for instance, somebody comes in to buy a car. You have a car showroom, just like a regular ordinary business. They purchase that car. That's when you make the first payment. Usually, companies don't usually make a lot of money from that first payment. Now, where do they make the real bucks? The real bucks comes from the finances that they obviously, when they take you to the finance, if you finance a car, you may not have to pay that fee. But when you finance, most people do take a loan from the bank, and they start paying those extra monthly fees. That's where most majority of these companies do make money when it comes to car sales. I'm just talking about car sales now. Then again, services. This, don't forget, that one is a recurring payment because you pay monthly to get the car. Then the next one is servicing. When you go in for service, they throw in a few bucks for you here and there so that you can service your car, give you a deal, maybe first two services free. Obviously, they know if you keep the car for a year or two or three, you're gonna come in, whether you come in with a punctured, ruptured tire, or you come in with a broken fan belt, or you come in with some other thing, which doesn't cost. So that's where they make some more money again. So that's why most people that succeed in car businesses, talking about the successful ones, they tend to have a workshop. So you need to understand these principles, how they apply when it's coming to you, when you're looking to start a business. How do you set this whole thing up from the scratch? So it comes down to, like you said, the process is basically, for me, I will recommend you to simplify everything that you're going to do. Let me do like a visual um, explanation. To simplify everything that you're going to do, to learn one thing in the beginning: marketing, because that's what gave me the edge. I will recommend you to learn affiliate marketing, because it's something that most people look at it as referral. It's basically selling other companies' products and services, and earn a little bit of commission from there. The reason most people succeed with affiliate marketing is because the heavy lifting, the majority of the work has been done for you. All your job is to do is to market the product. Let me give you a visual example of that because I did not see that when I started. Now, as an affiliate marketer, your job mainly is to get the clients to a website or a link through, let's say, maybe websites or links or anything. That your job is to get them in front of the offer. And what we don't see when we tend to start, why most people succeed with this model is because when it comes to legal has been taken care of, you're not bearing any legal customer service, support, logistics. So all these other things that do come with businesses, because if you're starting out as a solopreneur. So it's getting your head around just focusing on this part, which is bringing in the customer. This is where you learn the first thing, the lifeblood of every business, which is marketing. It doesn't matter whether you know how to do all these other bits first. You must learn how to do marketing if you're going to make money online, not just online, in anything. So it's important that you understand that there's a process you have to go through to really learn marketing. Now, why most people fail is because they are thinking, I have a product I want to invest in. I believe in this idea so much. They have this brilliant idea. Now, when they register a company, which takes them to register a company, I'll just put ROC, register a company. So what they need to understand that they now need to create the product. So when you create the product, you now need to find legal team to back it up, that it's usable. Then you have to, when you start getting customers, don't forget everybody is not happy at the same time. So you might need customer service. So you might need to start building a team. And again, you might need to manage people support within your team. You must have it. Then again, how do you deliver the service? How do you deliver the product? So this is what we don't usually see that is behind the scene. So when we start this whole online journey and we start going through all learning, because marketing is one thing, legal is another thing. Again, you can put accountant here. You might need an accountant. So all this whole process, you will need your learning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the same time. Dude, the process here is simplify what you're going to learn to this one, just learn marketing. And after everything, find companies who have already got this system in place to deal with the customers for you, the customer support. This is like building a team around yourself. Then this is where once you start earning commission, this is how I built mine. When I started making commission, I started putting some savings away. Now that's when I started, okay, it's now time to, like most people will normally say, multiple income streams. Multiple income streams. So most people will now say, okay, let's go into something else. So you will have this one running, at least it's bringing you some dollars or some pounds, some cash. Then out of the savings you make, you can then launch a new product. So this one will be new product. This one will be more like you building a plane while you're flying, or flying a plane while you're building it. So this will be your test in business first. How do you respond to team building? Because this is about building. You're not trying to build that team around you. Now you're no longer worried about finances because you already got that sorted out. Because the worst thing that you want to do is start a business online and you're worried about your finances, your bills, and all that, and you're building a team around the whole thing. It's gonna be a whole lot of hard work. I'm not saying it's not possible, but people that tend to succeed a lot more online tend to follow this strategy. They first become affiliates for a particular product, they learn marketing, then out of the money they start saving, they will then start building their own team. Usually, most of this team normally come from people they met in this whole process of learning marketing, and from there they start to build their own company. They launch products in Amazon, and they obviously from there on they find customer support, people to help them, because a lot of the stuff that you want to be doing online and coming down to your ideal day is mostly going to be automated. So most of your staff member will be remote. So you probably will just be having a meeting with your staff, just like I am having a meeting with you guys today. So that's the process you want to learn how to simplify things for yourself and focus on the first part, which is marketing, if you're starting out from scratch. All right. Can somebody take Olivia away and Victoria? Yeah, the kids are in here, so you might probably hear noise. Right. So I guess that's that would help you clarify some things, Leo. Remy, watching this already making me happy and excited. I can't wait to start. Praise be to God. Yeah, I would highly recommend you if you're looking to get started. I can share with you some of the. Basically, I can pop in the link for you because I believe in action. Because when I saw something that resonated with me, the first thing I do is to take action. Because I master my behavior in terms of procrastination. Once I procrastinate on something, I never do it. We thought, yeah, girls are noisy. Yeah, so I can pop in the link for you, and I'll probably share the screen for you. If you probably go to my channels. So this is the page that you pop into. I'll pop in the link for you in the on YouTube so that you guys can grab it over there. Okay. There you go. It's in there now. So I will just share my screen so that you see. So basically, this is a video of me talking about the 3 things that you really need. I highly recommend you watch it. And before committing, it's $99 to get started and $97 because if you're running multiple stuffs online every monthly. This covers it did a good this $97 covers your website hosting, the trainings. There are some courses that you need to go through. There's a lot more than you will get a lot more value than $97. It's a lot more, almost 1,500. Yeah. So we go into the next question. Next question is from right. This one is from Have you heard? Come on, no, sit down. Have you heard of tokenized real estate? I'm involved with a company that is offering this as little as 963 per square meter inch in Dubai. How can I help me reach more people to know about this opportunity? Dina Ionis Azoin Dina. Um yeah, tokenized real estate. I'll just do a little. I have not heard of it. To be honest, I haven't heard of it. I think it sounds something like it's coming up as blockchain, fractional investment in tokenized real estate. Yeah, again, um, this may sound counterintuitive to some of the things that you probably heard online. I understand that a lot of people are seeing this crypto thing and it's really booming now, which I recommend you to pay attention into. But from my experience and some of the books I've been reading, the book said stick with one thing and master it. I'm not saying that I don't diversify, but I diversify based on my own niche. So if I'm looking for investment like this, you're looking for marketing, I would probably look at the people in that particular company, look at the top dogs in it, and find out what they are doing and copy it and model it basically. Because whatever they are doing that is making them money, that's what you need to be doing. When it comes to marketing, marketing is always the same thing. So you probably have to, Victoria, that yeah, so it's gonna come down to, from my experience, I probably will share with you that most people tend to jump from one thing to the other very quickly. Let me share something that I've learned with you. Yeah, thank you, Royce, for showing up. Can you take your sisters away? Thank you. Thank you. I know you're a rock star. So let me share something with you guys because I happen to follow some basic principles. They are very effective, but it's not common. When I say it's not common, it is common. It's just I learned it at a very old age. It's simply sticking to one thing, that principle I'm talking about. Now, if you let me share my screen. This is going to be a valuable lesson, but not to what most people want to hear. But I still have to share my opinion. If you notice here, this I'm on a 90-day, actually 90-day journey right now on doing one thing, doing 200 burpees every single day. So I'm actually currently at day 8, as you can see. This is this morning, currently at day 8. So why 200 and why every day? I don't want to sound like as if I've broken the record, but what I want you to understand is I've been I've come to the point to make decisions based on my experience. And it has every time I follow my gut instinct, it works. I've tried several exercise programs. I've tried the gym. They're all saying the same thing. Eat less, move more. Eat less, move more. So here is the point. There's a guy that I found. All he does is one exercise, and he shed his all his weight. I said, how simple can it be? Just do one exercise every day and move more. I decided to give it a go. Guess what? I went from size 38, 36, 34, and now I'm heading to 32. In fact, actually, this shirt I'm putting on today, my wife bought it for me yesterday. It's a medium shirt. This is the first medium shirt I'm putting on since 2006 or 2000, yeah, probably 2006. And I only started this like almost 6 months ago. So there's a trick. Your biggest enemy is yourself. You are going to talk yourself out of it. Until we master that inner voice, we will probably not be able to change our lives. And this is how it goes. Let me probably read. Maybe I wrote something down on one of my YouTube channels so that you guys can read. I don't like fancify things. I just try to make it as simple as possible for myself. So let me pause this video. I'm just gonna go to the description and read what I put in there. There's no links in there. So persistence will get you to the weight you want. And consistency, this is very wrong spelling. Consistency will keep the weight off. Now, this is a very valuable lesson for me. Probably edit that consistency. That's my bad. Grammatical errors. Just literally wrote that now. Today. Yeah, so yeah, so I found out the biggest challenge I have is myself. This is me talking to anybody that's trying to do a challenge. There's this conversation that constantly goes on in my head. Start now. No, wait 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, why don't you drink water so you can hydrate yourself? I will drink the water. Now you drank too much water. Your tummy will ache you if you walk out now. Why don't you leave it till later in the day? And by the time I leave it later in the day, I get to the evening, it says you're tired. Why don't you rest? Let's do this exercise tomorrow. If you get what the point I'm trying to make, it's basically the habit of eliminating procrastination. And it's always you against yourself talking. There's this voice in everybody's head talking to us. So I happen to understand that most people can't. I picked up this book. I might digress a little bit. It's called The Strangest Secret in Al Nightingale, by Al Nightingale. Al said, the strangest secret in the world is you become what you think about. So if you tell yourself that you're going to do something, do it. Most people don't do that. So that's where I see the strength is. That's where I started monitoring my thoughts. And it taught me about how this is what I teach some of the guys that join the training that are getting traction in the business. Is how to monitor their inner conversation, how to quiet it, how to control it, how to point it towards the direction they want to go to create the life they want. And I'm happy most of them are getting it. It's not easy to overcome this challenge, I'm telling you. But once you get the hang of it, you build an amazing lifestyle. It's not everybody has the power to change their life. Everybody can change their life, but not everybody will. Yeah, because it comes down to simplicity. Like I said in the beginning, do exactly as you are told. Exactly. Don't change anything. Most people wouldn't do that. And that's where the problem is, because we all have that inner voice that will tell you, do this one, do this one, this. So the reason I'm sharing this with you guys is as you can see on that challenge, it's a 90-day challenge. I mean, day 8. It's not like I have any special talent. It's not that like I have Day 8 is today. The 8 is today. It's like today's the 8th. What am I doing here? I'm preparing for 2022. That's what it is. I'm using this as a buffer to prepare for 2022. Because this year, if you haven't really done what you're supposed to do this year, it's game over already. I'm not saying it's game over, but the odds are no longer that. You just have to start preparing for next year right now, because this is like a springboard to the goals that we're going to achieve because next year is going to be an action year. Next year is going to be an action year. So I highly recommend you to, what I say, get out of your own head. If we can get out of our own head, we can be able to see the opportunities right in front of us. As I was driving around today, I was getting these ideas. I'm like, Jesus Christ, now I know what I need to do to get to my goal. Now, how can I execute that? Because it's business of affiliate marketing. It's basically, as I was driving around, I was like, I'm thinking of how to sell products. I'm saying, how can I get my product in front of people? Because it's easy to order the product. It's easy to find a product. It's easy to market the product. But how does it actually get in people's hands? If I get it on display everywhere. So how can I do that? I need to leverage other people who have sites, platforms, in order for my brand to be seen. So I'm like, this is actually easier than I thought it's going to be. It's going to take a little bit of work in the beginning, but once I get the system set up, which might take me about, I don't know, I'm just going to go for mentorship and coaching. If I get the system set up, I'll just be printing money. But it's a long way. Don't get me wrong. It's a long journey. I'm preparing myself for it, because that's what gets me up in the morning. My kids, my family, my children, how can I make their lives better? Because I found myself, I was in a job that I didn't like. I wanted to change. And God has blessed me now. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is your mind is a magnificent tool. Your mind is like the best gift. When they say everybody's equal, they're not talking about physical appearance. They're talking about one thing, the mind. We are all equal because we have minds. Why? Because with your mind, you can think. With your mind, if I think something, you can think something. You can imagine anything in your mind. And that's where your power is. Can you trust it? Can you lead it to guide you to where you want to go? It's all a different. That's why most of us will need coaching, like me. You need mentorship. You need guidance. So I highly recommend you invest in yourself. The reason I do this 90-day journey is discipline. Why can't I do it quietly? Somebody may ask, why can't I just lose this weight quietly? Because I know myself. I've tried it several times. And there's something I just give up. But I know by putting it out here in the universe or in the world, by telling the world, this is what I'm going to do this 200 burpees every day for 90 days, and I'm going to stream it live on YouTube every morning for you to watch. Guess what? First of all, I've spoken what I want. Now it's time to show up and do the work. So I know that you are looking out for me. So you probably be waiting for the day 9 video tomorrow, day 10. Now, why is all this? All this is to play trick on my mind, literally. Not to give up along the way, to build confidence with myself. because there are some qualities I'm lacking that I will develop by doing this publicly. So accountability is another one. Holding myself accountable every single day, not making an excuse not to show up for the exercise. I'll probably go register for the gym. You wouldn't probably go. But if you launch a YouTube channel, you tell the world you're going to do something, the whole world is watching you to see whether you do your work, do what you said you're going to do. So if you execute this on a regular basis, that's how you build relationships and friends. But it's not an easy task. It's not for everybody. That's why I love this whole entrepreneurship journey. It's bringing out the best in me. It's bringing out the best in everything. I'm challenging myself to do things like kids do, and that's what lights me up. It's fun, and you get your family involved with it. You get your children involved with it. Your whole life changes. So I look at entrepreneurship as living in the light. It's like a light and darkness because you are more transparent than most people because everybody, it's like you're living on the spotlight. Everybody's kind of questioning and attacking. Just look at Elon Musk, the guy that is building this Tesla electric car. He's on the spotlight every day. People are questioning and tackling what he's doing and what he's not doing. And he just has to do, he can't tell you he would deliver these cars and he doesn't deliver them. It's all integrity. And these are the qualities that you need when it comes to building a business. It's not just making a sale online. So we have to start taking ownership of our responsibility for our lives, if that makes sense. I highly recommend you to pay attention to what's going on with you. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is stick to one thing and master the art. That's the only thing I can say to you, Dina. Stick to one thing, master the art. Um, I am not a huge fan of. I'm not saying that my wife does crypto and all that stuff, but I've come to the conclusion that it will be a distraction for me. I want to be the best marketer in the world, so I just have to develop the skills. I just have to keep improving, keep talking to myself, and keep growing. And that's the way I tend to get traction in the business. Uh, the next question is from, let's go to YouTube, see what's happening over there. Hi, Roller Girl, I'm a huge fan of you. How are you doing? Hope you're good. Okay. I want to start this challenge tomorrow, and I'm happy to get started with you. Yeah, it's just get started straight away. Um, but the book said you have to commit to the long journey. So if you're not prepared to commit, most of these things are counterintuitive. They say don't start unless you've made up your mind to start. And some will tell you just go and figure out your path. So I think everything has its place. If you're feeling good within yourself, if you're feeling happy to get going, but you don't have all the resources, I'll recommend you to just keep going. Just get in there and figure out the rest on the road. But if you have things that you need to, it's just the same thing like online business. Most people will tell you they don't have the money, they don't have the time. It's not lack of money, it's lack of being resourceful. Because every business owner that will tell you that at some point they've run out of cash or they don't know how to raise money. Not that they don't know, they are low on funds. So they have to find other ways to be resourceful to be able to raise capital to run their business. So you're probably starting from the right foot. But probably I would say you have to face the thing that you fear over and over again until it becomes normal. And I think that's the part everybody wants to, is going to learn. We have to face fear at some point. Even if you do it the first time, it doesn't mean that the fear goes away. You have to do it again and again and again and again and again until it becomes like normal. It's just like you now going to the shop to buy stuff and food. maybe when you were a baby in school, you probably didn't have a lot of money. So the idea of spending your money on yourself back then would be frightening to you because that would be just like your last box. But as soon as you got work, you bought yourself food, you buy yourself food again, 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 it becomes normal. It's just something like your mortgage or your rent or anything. First time you want to get a house, it's hard. You're saving up this money. You're thinking, how can I pay this one? But once you commit to that first one, you pay the next one, you pay the next one, you pay the next one. It becomes normal. It's like, I got to pay bills every month. So it's normal. You're no longer entertaining fear overcoming or paying your bills. So because it's normal. But initially, taking all these huge responsibility, even being a parent, some of us delay in having kids. We leave it very late because it's the truth is we're facing fear whether we can feed the child, whether we can do what is involved, overcome the challenges. But once you have the baby or the baby arrives, you just develop as a mother. You just learn how to breastfeed, you learn how to hustle, you learn how to multitask and all that stuff. It's just natural way of life. So it's just once you face the fear, you do it again and again and again. Next thing you have two babies, three kids, four kids. In fact, you're even running away from your husband is running away from you because he doesn't want to have any more, but you want to keep going. So that's just natural things in life. So at some point, we just have to watch it and face it. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Fantastic, Pascal. You're smashing it. Thank you, Paul. Um, William, the good thing about this kind of failure is that it's still a success because you're working to a better version of yourself. Yeah, facing the fear of failure. Yeah, great video and great topics. Thank you. Um, Great message. You got a new subscriber. Thank you. Um, yeah. Okay. I think that's it from the mentions. There's no mentions, comments. Uh, there's this question that I'm looking for. I don't know where it's hidden. I think I read it over the time. Yeah, apart from that, guys, we got 10 minutes. I don't know if anybody wants to jump out while I scan these questions here, because most of them are pretty much saying the same thing. Uh, watch this. Um, um, oh, I think that's it. Um, yeah, I think that's it, guys. We have to. Eric, you got any question? Apart from that, we just have to wrap this baby up. Let me just double check on this side. Um, launch. Nope. Just looking at this. Ronald. Okay, Paul. I have received a couple of emails from you, but in all honesty, I have not had the time to go through the details because I have been occupied with some documentation due to for today and just got them turned in. Hopefully, I'll be able to watch the webinar today and see if there's something that works for me. All right, guys. Yeah, Paul. Keep it simple. I'll send out the recording to you guys tomorrow. Let's look at this one from Amazon. Yeah, so this one is from Moses. Good day. I write to thank you for all your messages regarding online business. Meanwhile, I have all the necessary equipment and information at hand as listed below. You got a laptop, you got internet facility, you got a website, you got a business email. Do I need a business email address and website? Can you help for this? And also, how to link up with Amazon or other organizations, etc. Account to be payable, and how do I get paid by check or electronic payment. Once again, thank you very much. My best regards to your family. Right, let's break this down. I think I got a couple of 7 minutes to see if I can wrap this in. So the first thing is, meanwhile, I have all the necessary equipment and information at hand as listed. You got a laptop, you got internet access, you haven't got a website. So that's a question mark. You got business email. Do I need business email address and website? Yeah, can you help for this? And also how to link up with Amazon and other organizations. Now, okay, it stems back down to the same thing I was talking earlier, doing exactly as you're told. To yes, um, you need to. Let me show you how I think. Basically, maybe that will help. I'm just gonna share my whiteboard here. Just wipe this out. I hope you guys. So making a decision is the critical part when starting a business online. It's not as easy as most people think it is. Okay, I'm just gonna expand the screen here. Clean up this part and drag this up here. So you have to come up with a vision of what your life needs to look like in 5 years' time. So, like, let's say, for instance, how much is a big question. How much do you want to be earning in 5 years' time? Let's say your goal is to get to, let's say, for instance, $10,000. Whether it's a month or on the side, it doesn't matter. You just want $10,000 extra a month. Now, you have to come, this is where you are today, right? This is how you make progress. There's no, whether you do this automatically or you do it manually, that's how you get there. You are here today with laptop. So basically, you ask yourself one question. You ask yourself one question. The decision now is, do you need a business email, right? Okay. What you need to do is you go to your imagination as if you are earning $10,000 a month. So this is the future you, right? This is the future you. What you do is you pause and you ask yourself, if I am earning $10,000 a month, do I need a business email? What is the answer? Whatever the answer is for you, do it. The other question is, do I need a website? If you're earning $10,000 a month online, do you really need a website so that people can find your product? Whatever the answer is for you, most likely the answer is going to be yes. So you need it. So what happens here is, this is psychology. You just need to understand what's going on. It's not rocket science. What is happening here is you're trying to build this guy that earns 10K a month. So the more you keep saying, talking to this guy in all your decisions, let this guy make the decision for you, not this guy here. This guy here might be in a job now that is making 2K a month, something like that, 2K or 5K a month, 2K to 5K a month. And he's probably don't spend time with his kids. No time with kids, just put no time. Or no time with the spouse, or no time for recreation. So all you need to do is, if you need more time in your life, you say, if I'm earning, you will have a decision to make. You ask yourself, if I am earning 10,000 in 5 years' time, what will I do today? What will I do in this moment over here? Whatever the answer is to you, take the action. Gradually, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Gradually, you will see yourself gravitate, start behaving like this guy. You want to go understand the four phases of change. I'm not going to go to the entire, we're going to shoot over time. So, what you need to do is understand that there's a type of person you then become automatically. You are decisions are made automatically through this guy, through this filter. And that's how you gravitate towards this sort of income or towards this sort of lifestyle. The moment you make a decision today and you're looking at yourself, currently, you just look at your bank balance or you look at your time, what your job is giving you, and you're making the decision based around this, you will still, you just feel like somebody going around in circles. You never really move along in life. So that's what I learned from the training. So for me now, I put 100K here. So if I ask myself, how do I get there? If I am earning $100,000 a month, will I be able to talk to these guys to strike a deal? What would be my confidence level like if I have $100,000 coming in this month? I wouldn't be afraid of anything. So I just go and talk to that person. I just pick up that phone call. I take that action. So that's how you make the decision. So this may be, you may pay, like I tell most people, I spent a huge amount of money to learn this stuff. I'm giving it to you for free. The question is, will you do it? Because if you don't do it, you get to a place in your life and you start getting a coach. Maybe later on, you realize this thing I told you is what they're going to tell you in 2 or 3, 5 years' time. You say to yourself, I heard that. Why didn't I do that? By now, by 2 years now,
it's 19 hours.
I should have been further ahead in the journey. Why didn't I do that? I'm telling you, that's where do exactly as you're told. Hope this finds you well. Guess that's the last question. This one is from, guess that's it. That's it. Angie Chu. This one is Amazon Singapore. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you find some value out of it. God bless you. Take care of yourself. Have a good evening. Thanks for showing up. And I will send out the recording tomorrow. Again, these are the things that work. Understand these two things. You will crush. Make this year big and prepare for next year because next year is going to be action year. Know these two things. The first thing is know what is success. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Let me explain that. Success is moving towards a target all your life. The journey, how you achieve that is what's going to make you happy as a person, not really the goal. So even if I achieve $100,000 in a single month, that day my life will not change. My life changed in the process. These 2-3 years that is going to take me to achieve it. That's the journey I want to enjoy without doubt. So that's the success, that journey. How happy are you with your family? What time did you devote to your children? All these things, all these little things. I want to make sure I'm doing all these things before I get to that income. Because money will always magnify more of who you are. So that's the first thing you want to learn. And the second thing is you will become what you think about. L. Nightingale, that's his quote. So if you want to know if you look at your current life today, where you are in life, everything, your life, your income, your wife, your children, you, out of your thoughts, created it. We all created it. So the moment you take responsibility for that, you know what? I created this. Now, take the time, take a pen, and write where you want to go 2 years from now. And hold that thought in your mind until it comes into fruition. Just like that. That's my goal. I see it every day. I read it. It doesn't do much. It just reminds me if I'm doing something that is distracting me from there, I just try and come back onto it. That's all it does. It focuses you back on the journey. So I hope you find some value out of it. Take it easy. God bless you. I'll see you on the next training.